Atomic, as many people here know, we build all of the companies that we invest in as co-founders. So we have two real processes that we tend to use to start companies. One is we'll work with people who we admire and we think are great. And we just say, you know, this person or set of people, they're awesome. We would like to do something with this person or group of people. We are absolutely agnostic to the idea. We're underwriting them as an individual. Let's go and do something together. And in that process, that's called our FIR program. People can come in. We'll typically pick 10 to 15 ideas that we mutually think are interesting. Many of those could be off our list of 800 to 900 ideas. Many of those could be things that the founder in residence will bring. And then we have a process for really validating and invalidating those ideas, figuring out which ones could be worth spending our time on. We have a view of time is really the most precious asset you have. Like, you can't buy it. It just goes away. It's fleeting. So like, think about your opportunity cost. That's really important. Working on the right thing is probably the most important thing that you can do when you're an entrepreneur. And then through that process, we'll typically take 3, we'll prototype them, we'll get the data on them, we'll really prove to ourselves, okay, this is really compelling. This is worth starting a company over. Let's agree to start it, let's fund it to get it going, and then let's scale it up from there. And that's been a tried and true process, which we've created many of our very large companies with. The other way that we start companies at Atomic is we will actually go and start the company ourselves. We have a team of 75 people now, some of whom are here today. About a third of those people are on the 0 to 1 team, starting companies, validating them, and then about 2/3 are for scaling our companies as they're growing. And at the point where we're really convinced, okay, this is an excellent company, this has product market fit, that could be $1 million of revenue, that could be, in some cases, we got companies up to $20 million of bookings before we really built an external team around it. Those are also great opportunities that are validated to partner with you guys and bring you in. We give extremely meaningful equity at that stage for people to come in and help shepherd and run those companies from that point forward. So we invented this model in 2012. It didn't exist for the technology industry. We now have the most AUM of anyone doing it. We have about $400 million in dry powder at the moment to deploy, which is great to have in this market. So we're somewhat insulated from things that are going on. And, you know, I think the thing for everyone here to think about, there are a lot of people here doing very, very interesting things. But I think that this is the best time, potentially in history, to be building a company. You know, some people here might be interested in, there's a downturn going on, what's going on with that? Historically, the best and the biggest companies are built during downturns. There are a few reasons for that. One reason is there's less noise. You know, there's less noise distracting people. Another reason is there's less competition. And what really ends up creating very, very meaningful companies is having a commanding market share of a growing market. So you have a better opportunity to do that. And then the third thing is the talent availability is tremendous. I mean, we've experienced this firsthand at Atomic, floods of talent going through our doors that we have honestly a really, really hard time processing at this point. So, you know, we worked extra hard to get this group together, but, you know, talent is such an important ingredient to creating companies. And there's also just so much to be excited about, I think. You know, we're on the verge of basically every facet of life, every market, every industry being disrupted and influenced by technology, and everyone here can participate in that in a meaningful way. You know, AI is an interesting inflection point. If you can imagine cheap to free intelligence being leveraged at scale 24/7, there are going to be incredible applications for that in the future. The world also needs a lot of help in a lot of different areas, and a lot of times that help and that innovation is created through entrepreneurship. A lot of things you hear about and people talk about, whether it's climate-related things, whether it's our future of energy or energy independence, whether it's cities and the future of cities and how they operate, whether it's healthcare and how to take care of people and reduce costs in the system and improve outcomes. Many people don't know this. 33 cents of every dollar goes into healthcare in the United States economy, but actually people are dying earlier. So it's kind of backward. But entrepreneurs can fix that. You know, there's a big opportunity for us to play a role in fixing that. So I really believe this is probably the best time in history to start a company. We're all very lucky to be here and be thriving during this time. We hope that you guys will build with us or will find some way to collaborate in the future.